Han Solo's cool no matter what color you are. Lando's cool no matter what color you are. Princess Leia's cool no matter what color you are. These characters suck, and they just so happen to be minorities.
So George Lucas came in with, this is from That Park Place, says George Lucas bashes girl boss heroes. Says you can't just put a woman in pants and expect her to be a hero. Now, we've talked about George Lucas quite a bit here. He was at the Cannes Film Festival where he received an honor. Great, good for him. He was asked by Variety. He says that Lucas addressed criticism of his female characters, questioning, who do you think the heroes are in the stories? What do you think Princess Leia was? She's the head of the rebellion. She's the one that's taking this young kid who doesn't know anything and is boisterous, this boisterous, I know everything guy who can't do anything and try to save the rebellion with these clowns. And it's the same thing with Queen Amidala. Then he appeared to broaden his criticism to the general girl boss trend Hollywood has embraced to promote feminism. Says you can't just put a woman in pants and expect her to be a hero. They can wear dresses, they can wear whatever they want. It's their brains and their ability to think and plan and be logical. That's what a hero is. Now I'll just open it up to you guys right there. Do you agree? It seems like a pretty base take from George Lucas right there, but he does, by the way, he does have more to say, and we'll continue that in just a second.
I think that's what everybody's been wanting to say and have been trying to say for years, because people feel like they're yelling into the void when they get this corporate Disney response to all the crap, because we've all liked stuff before. Ellen Ripley wears pants and uses a gun and a flamethrower and says the word bitch. Like, she kicks ass in that movie. And never once did we go, oh man, she's disrespecting the guys. Or never once did we watch Princess Leia yell at Han Solo and go, oh man, she hates men. No, Lucas understood it. Like, you can say, I've said a lot about the prequels. Like, Padme doesn't suck and Princess Leia is iconic. I will drop any amount of money to make sure Princess Leia is a part of the collection. It doesn't matter, male or female. Princess Leia is worth my time. Other characters, male or female, aren't. I only buy if they're good. I don't care what the gender is.
You know, it's funny because you wonder if he's going to receive backlash for saying something like this. The idea that, will George Lucas receive backlash for just saying like, hey, come on, what are we doing here? Right. If you're going to write a woman, man, whatever, at least give them a good story. Give them some intellect. Allow them to solve the issues. But he continues on in this article here during the interview.
Just quickly, George,
yes.
To me, he seems like he's over it. It's
like I agree.
It's like Jeff was saying earlier with the prequels. He copped a bit of shit from some of the fans out there, and now even after selling it, they're retroactively spinning this narrative of like, oh, it's been patriarchal, or it's all about the strong female characters. I even when you watch the interview, it just seems like it's almost like a robotic answer. He's just like, you guys are this is ridiculous. I don't know why I'm really answering this question at the end of the day. Like, that's how it comes across to me anyway. He's over it.
Well, he continued. He says, not only did Lucas address criticism of his female characters, he also fired back at people unhappy that his Star Wars films do not have enough diversity based on characters' color. Lucas shared, they would say it's all white men. Most of them are aliens.
Who?
What's that?
Sorry. No, just who out there is saying it's all white men? This is the bullshit narrative that they're actually spinning, though, to try and get a reaction from George or from anyone really, because this never happened.
Well, so wait, so just to be clear, you're saying that people aren't complaining about it being all white men?
Yeah.
I've never, and I'm not a white guy. Star Wars was great as is. Like, you don't need to change it to make it appeal to women and minorities. Han Solo's cool no matter what color you are. Lando's cool no matter what color you are. Princess Leia's cool no matter what color you are. These characters suck, and they just so happen to be minorities. That's the problem.
I feel like the only people that would say something like that are the people on Twitter that have pronouns in their bios and that ship the characters together. Because
Raylo.
The Raylo stuff, or the Din Cobb, Din Djarin and Cobb Vanth. Have you not heard that one?
What the hell?
Let me tell you this really quickly. So this was a thread that I saw on Twitter, and it was a guy. He goes, I got a new job and I went to work for my first day, and I'm a massive Star Wars fan, and I just happened to mention it to some of my colleagues, and there was another guy there that said that he's a massive Star Wars fan too. So I asked him, what's your favorite ship? And he came back and said, Din Cobb. And I'm like, oh, Din Cobb, I've never heard of that ship. What's that? And he goes, Din Djarin and Cobb Vanth. And all he was thinking in his head is, no, your favorite spaceship, you fucking retard. Like, that's exactly what he was thinking. And that's where he quoted that. Like, these are the people that would go out there now and say that it's all about, it's all white straight males or whatever.
Okay. It took me a minute, but the idea of shipping two people together, I get it. Yes. Okay.
Oh my God. It's like,
we need a Craig learning moment. Like learning moment.
If you go back and look at it, you'll actually see it ding in my head. I was like, oh, there it is right there. I figured it out.
Choose you. You can watch it break.
Right. Well, he continued with this answer. Says the idea that you're supposed to accept people for what they are, whether they're big and furry or whether they're green or whatever. The idea is all people are equal. So there we go. And that's and he said, as he said in the past, you noted that robots are the ones being discriminated against. That way, a way of saying, people are always discriminating against something, or sooner or later, that's what's going to happen. So there you go. I mean, he's pretty much just like, hey, y'all chill. Just make good characters.
Bingo. That whole thing about the droids, like droids are programmed machines. They are property, and it's not that they're slaves to their owners. It's nothing like that whatsoever. Like this is
your car a slave to you?
Yeah, that's right. This is Star Wars lore. When Han Solo puts his hand over 3PO's mouth when he's on Hoth, like that's not like a disrespect thing or anything towards a droid. And to think that they're sentient, like how they portrayed them in the Solo movie, where as soon as you remove the restraining bolt, they're up on the table going like this, because that's essentially what they're programmed to do, because it's a machine, right? That's got programming. So that means that without the restraining bolt, it was actually programmed to get up on the table and protest.
Yep.
Like, it's so stupid.
Thanks, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, thanks so much.
That's what's coming to Tomb Raider. She ruined 007 and Indiana Jones.
Oh, man.
That woman is like poison to franchises.